Good morning, garden. Good morning, everyone. I'm taking just a few minutes to say hello and see if I can capture the bees at work. There are some big, fat, fuzzy, fluffy bees that come through, and they're usually here by now. I may have missed them already, though, because I am a little bit late coming out this morning. But this is what we're looking like so far. Just a quick little video. We had to prune back this cucumber vine. It's doing too much for this little trellis. That's all I had at the moment. So I'm like, oh no, get something up there. Once they go in the raised beds, they have a full trellis. Like I think it's 8 feet by 6 feet tall. So they'll be good to go once they go in the beds. These poor little marigolds in the heat literally flopped all the way over. So I do need to prune them some more. I did fertilize them. They've been getting watered in pretty good. We're just trying to make sure we have something for the bees to snack on. These poor little echinaceas just literally fried. Their petals, leaves, everything fried. Again, the birds and the bees, they need something, so we left them out here until our flowers start blooming. These zinnias are really pretty. I haven't ever seen any this particular color. But they're hanging in there. They got a little toasty, but they're hanging in there. Yesterday, these echinacea were like the bumblebee heaven. They were in there. The butterflies were in there. It was amazing. So I'm just going to crank up my umbrella right now so that this particular bed that gets full shade has a little, or excuse me, not full shade, but full sun. I want to make sure that they have a little bit of protection. And this is such a neat product, you know. It really is coming through for us. So let me just crank that up. I'm gonna put the little pin in here to hold it in place just in case. Let it crank down just a little bit to lock the pin. There we go. Make sure it's pretty sturdy. So cast just enough shade over the garden to help them out in these super hot days. Just trying to adjust it just a little bit. So that's what it looks like. It's weighted down by 3 50-pound sandbags, which was super fun to put in place, but you know, you do what you gotta do. Let's see, do we have any female flowers this morning? No. Any female flowers open, please? Nope, not yet. We gotta prune a little bit. This poor plant is getting blasted by the sun. So I need to get another umbrella for it. I know most would just get shade cloths, but this ground is so uneven and so rock hard that shade cloths just, I can't get anything pounded into the ground. So let's get this one open. There we go. Should probably turn this pole so that it's at a so that the crank is kind of in front of me. It's a little bit easier to get to it. Locked in place, anchored. This is the watermelon bed. They grew up overnight, yay! I know that this bed will be overrun with vines eventually, and we will thin out and, you know, handle the vines accordingly. I'm expecting this whole space to be completely overrun. I'm gonna put wood mulch down before then so that the melons and the leaves and vines will have something to rest on. That hole most likely came from the water hose, the sprinkler head last night. Our poor little nasturtiums are toasty. I have some more mature ones that I can pop in. Those were very young when I put them in, and I was just trying to get them in there so I didn't lose the seedling. So I'll get some stronger ones in there because I like the beds to look lush and full. And then also the added foliage, the added leaf material acts as a living mulch. So I like to keep everything full and heavily, densely planted. This bed is planted the same way with multiple watermelons, nasturtiums, some marigolds, and a few zinnias, I believe. Now, what's fun about the melon seeds that I planted, these melon seeds here, they are seeds that one of my cousins has been growing. They're seeds from watermelons that my cousin has been growing for 30 years. Now, back in 2021, when I was still living in Texas, he came from Georgia and brought the family all these gigantic watermelons, and they were so good. And so we saved the seeds from 2021. We saved the seeds, and it is now 2025. They sprouted first. They're the yellow meat, and there's yellow meat, orange, and red watermelons. They sprouted first, and one of my other videos, they were sitting in a small 6-count seed starting tray, a seed starting cell, and they were just leggy and weak and skinny and scrawny, and I wasn't sure that they would survive. And look at them, within a matter of no time, they're already sprouting up. Now, these particular seeds, those are fresh seeds. I put them in because I wanted to make sure we had something growing. So if the others, didn't survive the transplant, those would at least grow up. So looking forward to those beds. All right, so we're gonna put up the umbrella for the sweet potatoes. Now back here, well, this whole yard gets full. Oh, what is this bastard? This is a bastard. He gotta go. Hold on. I ain't touching him. You gotta go, friend. Oh, got him. He didn't know I had them hands. So he's going in the well, no. I'm gonna throw him in the trash. I don't even want him on my compost. That's a good little hack. Keep some paper towels in one hand, so if you gotta grab them bugs, you can. Anyway, so the sweet potato bed, or barrow, because we get full southern facing sun, it is hot. We get, regular temps of, 95 plus here in the South. Tons of humidity, which is why I'm breathing heavily, huffing and puffing, and I have some kind of little summer cold, but it's hot. So this bed has been these barrels have been getting really burned up. The leaves were looking beautiful and lush. They are not diseased, they're just scorched. A couple weeks ago, I had to refertilize them because the young seedlings, the leaves were just not growing because they had gotten completely scorched. So we did get some new leaf growth, but again, they got scorched. So I'm putting the umbrella up to try and help them out. Let's crank that one on up. This one, I've got to get some sand to hold it in place. 1 second. But, it stands up enough to offer some support for these sweet potatoes. This bed is the healthiest, but I love it because, again, I plant everything densely because I want the soil to remain somewhat cool and retain some of the hydration. So there's nasturtium, there is alyssum, there are French marigolds, and so it acts like ground cover. There's some calendula in this bed, more alyssum, more nasturtium and marigolds. This one is getting so toasty. So I do have this other umbrella that I need to put up because this one is getting fried, and I feel like we're gonna lose this one if I don't do something. The poor leaves, oh my God. Let me take a picture so I can see if this is disease or if it is just really them getting fried. I think it is just the heat. I did refertilize it. So hopefully we can get some more leaf growth going, as well as, development of the roots, the tubers. So even the poor little marigolds fried in this heat. Oh, so sad. This over here is my makeshift DIY compost. I do have 2 composting tumblers on the way. So everything that's in there, which is almost done, will go into the tumblers to finish off. I believe those are 30 gallons, and the tumblers hold 43 or 45 gallons. So we'll get all of that composted material in there so that it finishes off properly. What I am doing is any of my spent soil, like there's a pile over there, that pile that's underneath the water hose. We dumped out 2 of our grow bags for our potatoes and harvested them, and it was really chunky, poor soil. It was horrible. It was just something back from the big box stores. So chunky and horrible. So I don't want to reuse it to replant anything. So I'm just kind of letting it sit there to kill off any bugs, nasty bugs or whatever. And then it's going to go into the compost so that it can fully break down properly. Any of the mulch and cardboard that is still left. Oh, bee, please be okay. Are you okay? Are you a bee? What are you? You were hanging out under the umbrella? I hope that you're not a foe. I hope that you're a friend. Because I got more paper towels than I can handle you, sir. I'm not scared of you. Yes, I am. So don't bite me or sting me or whatever it is you do. So like all of this cardboard and little mulch, and like these pots again was made, they were filled with that chunky material. These were herbs. They are not performing well. All of that's going to come out and go into the compost. This soil is the soil blend that I've been making, so it's doing well. These squash plants sprouted up in like no time. So our method of compost, of course, when we clear everything for the season, like all of the, warm or hot season crops, the cucumbers, squash, tomatoes, peppers, all of that, when we clear them all out for the season, all of that will go into the tumblers. Any spent soil that I feel like could benefit from having some time in the compost with the earthworms and all the, organisms that live within the compost, they're gonna go in the tumbler. My sunflower is getting ready. Oh my gosh, please be a mammoth. Please, I only have one that made it. And I don't have time to plant anymore. They need a full 100 days, I believe. Here's another one. She's coming along nicely. Over here are the okra plants. I had to hit them with some peppermint and lavender soap mixed with the neem oil because they were overrun with aphids. The ants are farming them, which is really pissing me off because this yard is infested with these ants. I'm gonna have to do something about that. This little tomato plant is struggling, but this was a plant that we didn't, it was given to us, so we don't know what type of tomato it was. We didn't trellis it right. We didn't prune it right because it struggled the whole time, and we're just like, put it in some soil, let's see what it does. So it's struggling. These squash and flowers were planted from seed. They're doing good. They sprouted in no time. And the seedlings were weak at the time that I put them in. They were, kind of spindly and scrawny because what I didn't know, because I am a new gardener, what I didn't know at the time is that, one, if you put them in these small cell trays, when you do get like the second set of leaves, you really should be ready to pot them into a larger pot. And so I didn't do that. And then you should also be ready to start fertilizing them. And I haven't fertilized any of my seedlings, and that is where I'm falling short. I have all these beautiful seedlings. They all grew. The heat is destroying them. You had all this rain that I had this rack. I did have this rack outside right there, and they were doing well. Like they were getting plenty of sun, but then all the rain came in and was waterlogging them, and I was afraid, I would lose them. So I moved them in here. So now they're getting a little leggy. They're stretching, trying to get to the sun. In the afternoon, the later part of the afternoon, we do get some sun on this rack, but it's just not enough. Also, at this point, they should all have been fertilized as well. And I did up pot most of them already. Like these, once I got all of the Epic gardening These are the 5-inch cells. Once I got them, I was able to up pot the bigger plants, but like this one is ready to go. It's looking good and healthy. They all need some fertilizer. These nasturtiums are looking good and healthy. So I'm gonna hit them with something NPK that's higher in the P and the K, because you know I need them to start producing flowers and really developing those roots. I want to give it another couple of weeks in the trays, maybe. Like this one, I'm about to lose it because it's looking really weak in there. Some of them are kind of frying because when the sun does hit it, you know, it's so intense, like this one. But I have tons of squash. I have like more than enough of everything that I planted, so I'm not too worried about losing some of them. Like those are tomatoes. But I have some peppers that I want to grow up a little bit more so that I can get something out of the harvest. So look at that one is ready to go. We've got flowering. Oh my God. So that one is probably gonna go in a bag, a grow bag at least tonight. My fertilizers and everything should be here tomorrow. And so at least another week in here just to get them perked up. I'll probably get them out into the sun a little bit more so that, you know, they can start to photosynthesize and really start converting their energy, the sun's energy. But yeah, that's what we have going on. Now I'm off to work. I work from home, so I'm gonna go get freshened up, logged in, and ready for my day. For those of you who have like ADHD and stuff like that, I highly suggest you start a garden, because like I struggle so much with my focus and procrastination and, you know, that mental paralysis because part of my job is stressful, you know. And so I have to allow myself moments like this to come out and do something for myself. You know, I come out and I focus on the garden. I see the beauty. I have an opportunity to pray and be grateful for, you know, one, just seeing life happen, the blessing of being able to, you know, have a home, have all my little projects and tinker away. Like, I'm so grateful, and these things make me so happy. They're so fun. Yesterday, I saw the most beautiful butterfly, and then she had the nerve to like match the vibe, like her colors match the backyard. I'm like, what is this? Thank you, God. But also, you know, just seeing what can happen when you take a little time and patience, and, you know, you focus your energy and you see beautiful outcomes. Like even these little flowers, they're looking a little crazy right now. But if you had saw them once we got them home, you'd be like, wow, they look a million times better. We had to come in and do a little bit of garden surgery on them and get them together, get them cleaned up, fertilized, watered, and give them a little TLC. It did so much for, you know, my mental focus and clarity. And so I come out here in the mornings. I enjoy the beauty of the garden. You know, it's cool. The air just feels so good. You know, you hear the song in the air. There's like the cicadas are out, the birds are out, the bees are out. Oh, let's go see our bird. I named her Petal. And yes, I claim all of the critters that come into the yard as mine. So she's hanging out over here with the apple tree, whom is named Blossom. But here she is. Here's Petal. Good morning, Petal. How are you? You're looking beautiful, young lady. Say hello to the people. And she's so wonderful. She just sits there and lets me love on her and admire her. It's amazing. I love the fact that, you know, nature has chosen my yard to come and visit. It's so amazing and so special to me. Now, granted, the bad bugs are not fun, but I know even they serve a purpose in this ecosystem. You know, they may feed Petal and her babies, so I'm okay with that. So anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful day. I hope that you are spending time in your gardens. Go plant something, pluck something, prune something, water something, but get out there in your gardens. More to come from the corner of Whymsy and Blyss. Bye.